KCET.org is the place to look for the very latest on Life and Times. Just go to KCET.org, scroll down the page, and click on Life and Times.
It was a painful chapter in African American history, turn-of-the-century minstrel shows, where whites in blackface would portray blacks in a less than positive light. Well, now two young playwrights are giving us a different take on these minstrel shows. Meet Aaron White and Jason White.
MC, you're on!
They're not related, but they share an intense interest in how black stereotypes developed.
Now, the first clown in history!
Ooh!
A pygmy at the Pharaoh's courtyard in 2500 BC was black.
The piece is a satire. So what this piece seeks to do is, it's a minstrel show that's teaching you the history of minstrelsy, but as a minstrel show.
The word
Minstrel!
from the Flint's word
Minstrel!
used as early as the 14th century describes a professional musician. He was good too. So, the first two performers on the American stage in blackface were called minstrels because they sang. And that is where the minstrel show originated.
After several years of research, Jason wrote a play, a condensed history of blackface minstrelsy.
And we're actually cataloging 150 years of minstrelsy in 1 hour.
What do we have here, Tambo?
Oh. And you see dance a lot. You'll see dance in the scene, and then it goes from the dance into the two characters, Sambo and Zipcoon. So you'll see an actual conversation with actual minstrel characters.
Hey there, Mr. Sambo. Hey, Mr. Sam. How you doing on this fine country day?
Oh, feeling good, feeling great. Woke up this morning, recited that they pledge to the flag this morning. Yes, I did.
Ain't that a wonderful thing, Mr. Sam? Ain't that a wonderful thing?
Yes, sir.
At first, it was made just for white audience to laugh at the imitation of black people.
Right.
So we want that to come across. We want you to laugh. We want you to experience it like they experienced it in the 1800s.
These two Cal Arts graduates realized that reviving a controversial form of entertainment may not sit well with some audiences.
Once again, we're doing a minstrel show, which is how they did it in the 1800s and how it was done before, when people put on burnt cork and actually performed imitating black culture.
That's right.
So we're actually doing that, but we're teaching you about minstrelsy at the same time. Meaning that's what makes it so interesting when I see people watching it, because we want them to get a feel of how it was in the day. For us to do it as just our faces now, it's sort of like, you don't get the full impact of how it was then when it was just for white audiences.
When you put on blackface, there's a lot that goes with that. It's something that is not to be played with.
You see, Mr. Brown got himself a rowboat and it's a hell box.
Wait, let me see if I heard you correctly. You said Mr. Brown got a robo and a blue box?
No, there, Mr. Sam.
The play draws from actual minstrel show skits, but it goes further, drawing connections between turn-of-the-century stereotypes like the mammy,
working all day, surfing all day, we scrubbing, we work all day.
Uncle Tom,
It was a good master, Master Charlie.
Sambo,
I ain't going to work today.
and makes connections, say between the brute then and today's black gangsta.
Now we see variations of this every single day, in particular within music and in entertainment and on television, and even on billboards and in video games and such. But once again, it's that connection. I believe it's somewhere along the lines, we lost that connection of where that image has come from. And so this piece, the dance, seeks to tell that story.
Mr. Brown owes me $5.
Mr. Brown owe you $5? Mr. Brown owe me $5. He say he gonna pay me on credit.
Credit, you say?
Yes, sir. You
So
see,
how
Mr.
have
Brown got
audiences,
himself a rowboat
especially young
and it's a
people, reacted to these blackface characters?
It's a hilarious show. It is a funny show, but it's not funny at the end of the day. There's a point where the laughter stops, and you hear it in the show, which is amazing. It's a point where all the
That's right.
Oh, wow.
The title, The Dance, refers to something much more than fancy footwork. It refers to something we must all ask ourselves.
It takes off the blackface makeup and it puts on, what do you wake up in the morning and put on? When you go to work, are you going to work for yourself? Or are you going to work because it's something you just have to do? At the end of the day, it brings up the question, who are you dancing for? You can go 60 years of your life dancing for someone else, meaning performing for someone else, meaning trying to impress someone else. But at the end of the day, who are you truly dancing for?
The modish lady.
You walk away changed individuals because you're able to see the truth behind the image and compare that to your own dance. My dance is not yours, my dance is not his. He has his own, you know what I mean? So it's an awakening of what the dance is for you.
Mr. Brown!
Well, I sees you here now. I thought I was supposed to be giving you this here $5, but I done lost the money.
You done lost the money?
Well, how's about you there giving us that there credit option? Mr. Sam say you got yourself a robo and a shim-sham.
If we don't know the past, it's one of those situations we'll keep going around in a circle. And I know for the younger generations, we've seen these images. We've seen these images in certain cartoon shows and things like that and growing up. But you look at the youth today who have no idea that this even existed. So it's like bringing an old ghost, an old demon, to the present and witnessing it for what it is. And through that, you just have an awareness. I'm not saying it is the answer. Blackface is not the answer to go back into that or anything. That is not the answer. But to be aware that it happened.
That's right.
To accept that it has happened. And to use that as a vehicle to push forward.
Well, I done had me a rowboat and a jukebox, but I so lazy, I done forgot where I done put it.
Mr. Brown's so lazy, he don't forgot where he done put it.
I'm sorry for bringing y'all down here. Perhaps I can interest y'all in some of Master Charlie's fried chicken. Make up for bringing y'all down here.
Fried chicken!
Fried chicken!
Fried chicken! Finger licking good!
The Dance, A History of American Minstrelsy, is playing at the Cine Freestyle Theater in Leimert Park. For more information, you can go to their website at inthecut.net. And that's our program. I'm Zavalla. For everyone at Life and Times, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Life and Times is made possible